How you doing today? My name is Milton, and I want to welcome you to Grilling with Milton. Today, I got some chicken thighs on the grill, and I want to show you exactly how to grill them up good so they're nice, tender, and moist, and so you don't get residue stuck on the grill, and so you get them nice and done for everybody to enjoy. I've already set my chicken thighs out, laid them on the grill. Before I did this process, I made me two fires, an indirect fire and a direct fire, which allows me to be able to cook my meat at a temperature that's very, very suitable so that my meat doesn't burn or char while it's on the grill. When I lay my meat out, I try not to flip my meat. I try to leave my meat in place within at least 10 to 15 minutes. And people ask me all the time, the flippers, the ones that flip the meat constantly and turn it over 1,000 times and the meat never really gets done or never really gets moist enough. I try to tell those people that you can tell that the meat is done by looking at and observing the edges of the meat. As you can see, the meat starts to brown and darken right around the tip of the meat. This allows us a sign and a signal to know when to flip our meat. So as you can see, this one's pretty much charred, so we're going to flip that one over because it's giving a sign to flip over. And look at that. Nice, nice, tender meat. As you can see, the juices are still coming up out of it. And it didn't leave any residue on the grill when we flipped that. Now your meat is very, very at a point where you can kind of move it and shift it around because one side is completely done. When meat is cooked and one side is not completely done and you're trying to move it to a part of the grill that's indirect, which means that a fire is not blazing to kind of allow the meat to cook slowly, it's kind of difficult because what happens is the meat starts to shift on spaces of the grill. This can be a very messy process, and your meat doesn't look most attractive when you take it off the grill for it to be ate. So, what you want to try to do is cook one side thoroughly, then flip. Always cook one side thoroughly, then flip. See that? Nice and brown. This was actually even more of what we want to see when we flip our meat. Because a lot of people don't like their meat so charred or so grilled, but just nice, tender, and juicy. You know, so we see the browning of the edges on this one here. So this one's also ready to flip. Flippers. And because of this line being in alignment and burning, we know that this side of the grill is our direct fire to grill. So we pretty much know that this particular side is pretty much ready to flip. So we only need to really get one signal for one side of meat. Let that go in there and burn. So basically all of this is pretty much ready to flip. And see how that flips over just nice and easy. Effortless. These pieces here are also ready to flip. Look at that. Nice. And what we're going to do after we get these nice and flipped, we're going to allow another maybe 5 to 10 minutes on this side. After we do that, we're going to put our barbecue sauce directly on the meat while it's on the grill. Now, note, never put your barbecue sauce on your meat while you're cooking your food. It's really kind of effortless, and it allows the meat to char faster. So what you want to do is maybe the last 5 to 7 minutes that your food is on the grill, that's when you want to lightly barbecue sauce that up and get that nice and ready to go on into your pan. Never put your meat in the pan that you was marinating in or that you took the raw meat out of. And the same thing with thongs. Always use 2 sets of thongs. One for flipping your meat while it's raw, one for flipping it when it's done. Very important. And this piece looks like it's done right here, so we're going to flip that over. Very nice. And these pieces as well. And as you can see, our chicken thighs are coming out quite nice. Got a little burn on that one. It's a little bit more hotter. Put that on the indirect side of the grill. Let that go ahead and cook all the way on up. Same thing with this one. And this allows us to be able to shift our meat and control our fire at the same time, because you want to control your fire. That's the main thing with cooking. If you can control your fire, then you can control the level of intensity at which you cook, and it can allow the meat to cook a lot slower, which means if it cooks a lot slower, it's going to be a lot more juicier, a lot more tender, only if you marinate your meat. So I advise marinating your meat maybe like a night before. I try to do 2 days before I barbecue, so it's going to take a little effort on your work to actually get that meat nice and right for the grill. It's not just about throwing the meat on the grill and expecting it to be done. So we're going to get this on the grill. We're going to cook this, and in our second series, we're going to do chicken thighs. We're doing chicken thighs now. So we're going to do chicken legs, And I'm going to show you how to get those legs nice, juicy, and tender without them being raw in the middle or undone in the middle. And that's a very difficult thing for you guys, I know, but believe me when I'm telling you, Grilling with Milton, we're going to make it easy. So stay tuned to our next episode, and thank you for watching Grilling with Milton.